Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mediumcore. In this episode I'm kind of completing the main portion of the base. In this episode I want to work my way through here and then just basically fill this blank inner area with small little houses. And I mean small, like smaller than this house probably, just little huts almost that just fill the space. Because there's nothing else to really put in here, because it's so tucked away in between every other build, it wouldn't make sense to have anything important in here. So what I want to do is just bring this road in, start off with it like a regular road, but then convert it into something more like this, like a broken roadway to show that this isn't the most high maintenance area, this isn't the most kept up area. And then I'll bring that in to about here, and then curve it in here, be housed there, and then all the way along back there, and then maybe one right here if I can fit. And then that'll be the entire main section of the base done, because I will have completely filled out the big square area of the road with builds. And then I can work on future plans, like the plan I have for that spot. Actually, is there room there? No, there's not. So this spot, and then probably maybe at some point wrap the road around here to fill in this massive blank area that I created when I made the wheat farm. So yeah, when I finally finish with this, I can start with bigger projects, I guess. So yeah, it's time to finally finish the main part of the base. Road path or whatever it is, it's in place. Goes all the way down here and it turns and ends right here. And then I just made some small foundations for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small buildings that'll be in this area. 3 on this side, 1 on this side, and then a big one in the center that'll be likely for multiple different families. So probably a divided house. And then there's a little gap back here where I'm going to build a tree eventually. So I need a tree there, a tree over there, and a tree way over there. So I've got a lot of trees to build off camera, because I'm not doing another tree episode. I refuse. I've done like 3 or 4, and I will not do another one. I refuse to do more tree episodes. But I do need more trees. But yeah, so I got these foundations in place, and I think I'm gonna start there and work my way around. But I'll see how it turns out. I think this is the first time I've ever planned out a build like this. It's actually kind of nice to visualize it beforehand. But yeah, time to knock these out one by one. I started with just 2 houses. Somewhat smaller one over here, and then this one's a bit taller with a much flatter roof and a little chimney. It's got some ivy growing on the side and a small window. Just a plain interior, fireplace, wash basin, chamber pot, bed. Nothing extravagant. And then this one, I actually kind of like this one better. And it's got a different roof style, whereas this one's just flat. This one is more angled. And of course the building's angled too. Much cheaper, just fireplace, chamber pot, and bed. They couldn't even afford a chimney. They gotta open the door to gas it out. Or let the gas out, I mean. So this one I imagine is probably being the cheapest house in this area compared to the others, and then obviously this back one will be the most expensive because it's the biggest. But I just built these 2 to get a general feel for the area, and I'm liking how it's turning out so far. Just these small cramped builds, that's what I want here. So I'm probably going to get these 2 done next so I can get one final glimpse of how this area will feel before I start the big house at the back. So I'm going to do these two. This one will be smaller like this one, and then this one will be a bit taller, almost like this one, but I want the roof to be a bit different, because I'm not a big fan of this roof, and I want this one to look really nice. But that's those two, and then I'll do these two next. 4 down, 1 to go. It's kind of interesting walking in between all these houses now in this cramped area, but yeah. I got this small little house here, as I said, it's reminiscent of this one. Got a small little chimney, a little fireplace, chamber pot, bed, stone floor. Nothing particularly fancy, but I much like the roof. I like it a lot better than that roof. I like these short, sloped roofs. I'm not sure why, I just do. And then there's this one. And, I'm not sure I like it. But that's okay, because I'll probably never ever see this area. Except it's distinctly visible from right here. From a distance it's fine, because you can't tell how weird it looks, because it's got a really tall roof, but the build itself is really short. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, that's not intentional. The roof is supposed to be a block higher, but that's okay. This one's pretty nice. They got a sink, fireplace, lighting, a bed and a pot, and then yeah, much taller ceiling, sloped roof. Not sure how much I like the spruce in it either, but from here, doesn't look too bad, and it frames this corner quite nicely. So you can just come right by it, and then there'll be this build, and that's what I'm going to work on now. I think I'm going to do this actually in 2 stories. So I have like a stone foundation, and then a wooden upper area. Kind of like combining this kind of build style with one of these, because I want to see how that'll turn out. And hopefully it turns out well, because this one I actually do kind of care about, because I can see this from there, and from there, and from there. So I want this one to look nice. So hopefully the design I have in mind actually works. At last, the main area of my base is complete. You can kind of see it you can kind of see the new house over this little roof, but you can really see it when you come into here. So I kind of went with a little out of the ordinary build. I think it's the first time I've used oak besides in the townhouses. And then stone brick roof, just a slope, cover over, slope down. The actual roof itself has got like weird patterns on the top to disguise some of the blocks that would stick through otherwise. But then yeah, otherwise it's just this little segmented build. Nothing particularly special, but it's not bad either. And then got some torches on the back because it blots out the sun. But that means this area is done, except for the tree that I'll add sometime later. Not in its own episode. The inside's kind of basic. Just splits off into 2 little rooms on the bottom floor. Then you can go upstairs. And it splits off into 2 little rooms upstairs. Nothing fancy, nothing special. The view isn't terrible. Except for most of the view is terrible. The view from here is not bad. But yeah, that's this build done, and with that done, that means the entire main section of my base is complete. Because I've filled out the corners, I filled out this corner here, I filled out the center, I've completed the main rectangle road area. So all that's left to do is expand on it in this area, and maybe make extensions to the road. And then of course do my little off-camera bits of my little trees that I need so many of. Like currently 2 regular trees and 1 really big tree is on my list of things to do. And I'll do it eventually, I promise. But in the next episode, not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to do another mining episode to try and get diamonds, because the last time I did a mining episode was the caving episode from when I was not here for most of the week, so there was not much obtained. And I want to do more. I want to do better. So that's probably what I'll do in the next episode. But yeah, this is the main area of the base, all completed. So, with this gorgeous view, that's all we're going to do for today's episode of Minecraft Mediumcore. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.